Let's start with something very simple yet very powerful: walking. Many people think walking is too basic to make a real difference in the body. They think real health changes only happen with intense workouts or long hours in the gym. But the truth is, the moment you begin to walk, something important starts happening inside your body. Curious. Think about what your body does when you first stand up and begin to move. Your muscles start waking up after being still. Your joints begin to loosen. The stiffness that builds up from sitting for long periods slowly starts to disappear. Your body was designed to move, and walking is one of the most natural ways to activate it. Thoughtful. As your steps continue, your heart begins to respond. It doesn't have to race or struggle. It simply starts pumping a little faster and a little stronger. That gentle increase in heart activity helps push more blood through your body. And with that blood comes oxygen and nutrients that every organ needs to function well. Your brain benefits from this almost immediately. With better blood flow, your mind often feels clearer. Many people notice that after just 10 minutes of walking, they feel more alert. The fog in their head begins to lift. Thoughts feel more organized. Even small problems can feel easier to handle when the brain receives a steady flow of oxygen. Your lungs also begin working more efficiently. Each breath becomes slightly deeper, allowing your body to take in more oxygen and release more carbon dioxide. This simple rhythm of breathing and movement helps the body feel refreshed. It's one reason why a short walk can suddenly make you feel more awake than sitting still ever could. At the same time, your joints begin to benefit from the movement. When you walk, your knees, hips, and ankles move through their natural range. This movement helps lubricate the joints, almost like oil helping a hinge move smoothly. Without regular movement, joints can become stiff and uncomfortable, but walking gently reminds them how they are meant to move. Your muscles also begin to engage in a balanced way. Your legs support your body weight, your core helps stabilize your posture, and even your arms swing naturally to keep your body balanced. None of this requires extreme effort. It's simply your body working the way it was designed to work. Over time, something even more interesting begins to happen. When walking becomes a daily habit, the body starts adapting. Circulation improves, muscles respond faster, the body becomes more efficient at using energy. What once felt tiring begins to feel easier. Steps become lighter, breathing becomes smoother, and movement begins to feel natural again. This is why something as simple as walking can be so powerful. It gently wakes up systems in the body that may have been quiet for years. It reminds the heart, the muscles, the lungs, and the brain how to work together again. And all of that begins with one simple step forward. Now, as you continue walking every day, something even more important begins to happen deep inside your body. Your heart starts getting stronger. Many people don't think about their heart unless something goes wrong, but the heart is working every second of your life. It pumps blood through thousands of miles of blood vessels, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. And like any muscle, the heart responds to activity. When you begin walking regularly, your heart starts to work a little more during those walks, not in a stressful way, but in a healthy, steady way. It begins pumping slightly faster to supply your muscles with the oxygen they need. Over time, this gentle effort actually trains the heart. Just like lifting light weights repeatedly strengthens your arms, regular walking strengthens the heart muscle. As the heart becomes stronger, it becomes more efficient. This means it doesn't have to work as hard to pump the same amount of blood. Your circulation improves, and blood begins moving through your body more smoothly. Better circulation means more oxygen reaching your brain, your muscles, your organs, and even your skin. Another thing walking helps with is blood pressure. Many people develop higher blood pressure as they get older, especially if they spend most of their day sitting. When you walk daily, your blood vessels begin to relax and expand slightly. This helps blood move through them with less resistance. Over time, this can help keep blood pressure in a healthier range. Walking also supports healthy cholesterol levels. Inside your bloodstream, there are different types of cholesterol. Some are helpful, and some can become harmful if they build up in the blood vessels. Regular walking helps the body manage these levels better. It encourages the kind of cholesterol that helps clean the arteries while reducing the type that may lead to blockages. But the benefit goes beyond numbers on a medical report. People who walk regularly often notice their stamina improving. Simple activities that once felt tiring start to feel easier. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or walking longer distances no longer leaves them out of breath. This happens because the heart and lungs are working together more efficiently. Another quiet change happens in the blood vessels themselves. When blood flows more regularly through them during walking, the inner lining of those vessels becomes healthier. This lining plays a key role in keeping blood moving smoothly and preventing buildup along the walls. Regular movement helps maintain that healthy environment inside the body. The important thing to understand is that the heart doesn't need extreme workouts to become healthier. In fact, for many people, gentle and consistent activity like walking is one of the safest and most effective ways to support heart health. It's not about speed, distance, or intensity, it's about consistency. Day after day, step after step, the heart becomes stronger, the circulation becomes smoother, and the body begins to function the way it was meant to. And every walk you take is a quiet investment in the strength of your heart. Now let's talk about something many people worry about as the years go by, and that is weight. It's very common to hear people say, I'm eating the same as before, but I keep gaining weight. What often changes is not just food, but movement. As life becomes busier or more sedentary, the body simply doesn't move as much as it used to. And when movement decreases, the body starts storing more energy instead of using it. This is where daily walking quietly makes a big difference. When you walk, your body begins burning calories. Now, walking may not burn as many calories as intense exercise, but the beauty of walking is consistency. It's something most people can do every single day. And when the body moves daily, those small amounts of energy being used start adding up in a powerful way. But walking does something more than just burn calories in the moment. It gently wakes up your metabolism. Your metabolism is the system that controls how your body turns food into energy. When you stay inactive for long periods, this system tends to slow down. The body becomes more likely to store energy as fat instead of using it. Regular walking reminds the body that energy is meant to be used. Muscles begin demanding fuel, circulation improves, and the body starts processing food more efficiently. Over time, this helps balance the way the body stores and uses energy. Another interesting effect happens with appetite. People often think exercise makes them extremely hungry, but with walking, many people notice the opposite. A calm walk can actually help regulate hunger signals. Instead of constant cravings or mindless snacking, the body begins recognizing when it truly needs food. Walking also helps maintain muscle activity. Even though walking looks simple, many muscles are working together. Your legs are pushing your body forward, your core keeps your posture stable, and your arms help maintain balance. When muscles stay active, they continue using energy throughout the day. This helps prevent the gradual slowing of metabolism that often comes with aging. Over time, people who make walking a daily habit often notice their weight becoming more stable. It may not happen overnight, and it's not about dramatic changes. Instead, the body slowly finds its natural balance. Clothes may fit a little more comfortably. Energy levels may feel steadier throughout the day. What's important to understand is that walking is not about punishing the body or forcing extreme effort. It's about giving the body the movement it quietly needs. When movement becomes part of everyday life again, the body begins regulating itself in ways that feel natural and sustainable. And step by step, your body starts finding its healthy balance again. Now let's look at something many people don't expect when they start walking every day: the change that happens in the mind. Most people think walking only helps the body, but one of the biggest benefits actually happens in the brain. Think about how your mind feels after sitting for hours, dealing with stress, responsibilities, and constant information. The brain becomes tired, sometimes overwhelmed. Thoughts feel heavy, and even small problems can feel bigger than they really are. This is where a simple walk can create a powerful shift. When you start walking, your brain immediately begins receiving more oxygen and better blood flow. This alone helps your mind feel more alert and refreshed. Many people notice that after just a few minutes of walking, their thinking becomes clearer. It's as if the mind gets a chance to reset. But something else is happening at the same time. As your body moves, the brain releases certain natural chemicals that help improve mood. These chemicals help reduce feelings of stress and tension. This is why many people say they feel calmer after a walk, even if nothing in their life has changed during that time. Walking also helps the body lower stress hormones. When we stay under constant pressure, the body can remain in a state of tension for long periods. Muscles tighten, breathing becomes shallow, and the mind keeps racing. A steady walk helps break that cycle. Your breathing becomes more natural, your body begins to relax, and the nervous system slowly shifts into a calmer state. Another interesting benefit appears in focus and memory. When the brain receives better circulation and oxygen, it simply works better. People often find that ideas come more easily during a walk. Solutions to problems suddenly appear. Tasks that felt confusing before begin to make more sense. This is one reason many creative thinkers and successful leaders throughout history have made walking part of their routine. Movement allows the brain to think more freely. When you step away from screens, noise, and constant sitting, your mind gets space to organize thoughts naturally. Walking outdoors can make this effect even stronger. Fresh air, natural light, and the simple rhythm of walking can help the brain feel balanced again. Even a short walk around your neighborhood or in a quiet street can give the mind a break from the pressure of daily routines. Over time, people who walk regularly often notice they feel emotionally stronger. Stressful situations may still happen, but they feel easier to handle. The mind becomes more stable, more patient, and more clear. This is because walking gives the brain a daily opportunity to reset itself. It becomes a moment where the body moves, the breathing settles, and the mind can slow down. And sometimes the best way to clear your mind is simply to start walking. As we continue looking at what happens when you walk every day, there is another part of the body that quietly benefits from this simple habit: your joints and muscles. Many people start noticing stiffness in their body as they get older. Getting out of bed in the morning may feel a little harder, knees might feel tight, the hips may not move as freely, and even simple movements like bending or standing up can feel uncomfortable. A lot of this happens not because the body is weak, but because it isn't moving enough. Joints are designed to move regularly. When they stay still for long periods, they begin to feel stiff and tight. Muscles can also start losing strength when they are not used often, but the good news is that walking gently brings these parts of the body back into action. When you walk, your legs begin doing steady work. Your thighs, calves, and hips all engage with each step. These muscles support your body weight and help keep you balanced as you move forward. The more regularly these muscles work, the stronger they gradually become. And stronger muscles give better support to the joints around them. Your knees, for example, depend heavily on the muscles around them. When those muscles are active and strong, they help reduce pressure on the knee joint itself. Walking helps maintain that balance by keeping those muscles involved every day. The same thing happens with the hips and ankles. Walking moves these joints through their natural range of motion. This movement helps keep them flexible and prevents the feeling of tightness that often develops with inactivity. Inside the joints, movement helps circulate the natural fluid that keeps them smooth and cushioned. Think of it like a door hinge. If a hinge sits unused for years, it may become stiff and difficult to move. But if it opens and closes regularly, it stays smooth and functional. Your joints work in a similar way. Gentle, repeated movement keeps them comfortable and mobile. Walking also helps improve balance and stability. When you walk, your body constantly adjusts to keep you upright. Your core muscles engage to support posture, and your legs coordinate each step. Over time, this strengthens the body's ability to stay steady. This can be especially important as people age because good balance helps prevent falls and injuries. Another quiet benefit is posture. Many people spend hours sitting, often leaning forward toward phones or computers. This can weaken certain muscles and tighten others. Walking helps counteract that by encouraging the body to stand upright and move naturally. Over time, people who walk daily often notice something encouraging. Their body begins to feel lighter and more capable. Movements that once felt stiff begin to feel smoother. Standing, walking longer distances, or climbing stairs becomes easier. And all of this happens because the body is simply doing what it was designed to do: move. Now, let's talk about one of the benefits people often notice after they have been walking every day for a while, and that is better sleep and more natural energy throughout the day. Many people struggle with feeling tired during the day, but then find it difficult to fall asleep at night. The body feels restless, the mind keeps thinking, and sleep doesn't come easily. One of the reasons this happens is because the body has not used enough of its natural energy during the day. Your body was designed to move, and when it moves regularly, its internal rhythm begins to work the way it should. Walking helps set that rhythm. When you go for a walk, your body uses energy in a steady and balanced way. Your muscles work, your heart pumps a little faster, and your breathing becomes deeper. This gentle physical effort helps the body release built up tension that may have collected during the day. As the body releases that tension, the nervous system begins to calm down. Stress levels slowly drop, and the body shifts into a more relaxed state. This makes it easier for the mind to settle later in the evening. People who walk regularly often notice that when bedtime arrives, they feel naturally ready for sleep rather than forcing themselves to lie down and try to relax. Walking during the day also helps regulate the body's internal clock. Our bodies follow a natural cycle of light, activity, and rest. When you step outside for a walk, especially during daylight, your brain receives signals that help organize this cycle. The brain begins to understand when it's time to be alert and when it's time to wind down. This is why many people who build the habit of daily walking start falling asleep more easily. Their bodies recognize the rhythm: movement during the day, rest during the night. Sleep becomes deeper and more refreshing. And when sleep improves, something very important happens the next day: energy returns. Instead of waking up feeling heavy or slow, people begin waking up with more natural energy. Their body feels ready to move again, and their mind feels clearer. It also becomes easier to stay active throughout the day. Tasks that once felt exhausting begin to feel manageable. Even small things like walking upstairs, running errands, or staying focused at work feel less draining. Over time, this creates a powerful cycle. Walking improves sleep, better sleep improves energy, and more energy makes it easier to keep walking the next day. The body begins supporting itself in a healthy rhythm. Many people spend years searching for complicated solutions to feel more energetic or to sleep better. But sometimes the answer is far simpler than they expect. A daily walk gives the body exactly what it needs to reset that natural balance. And when you walk every day, you may discover that the secret to better sleep and steady energy was simply moving your body all along.